Hi, in this video we're going to try to replace the burned out lights in this power window switch, power lock mechanism out of a 2000, I think, Silverado. I think it's the same 99 to 2002. First we got to take it apart so we can get to the bulbs in it. GM says you cannot replace the bulbs, it's disposable, but who wants to pay a couple $100 or $100 for a new switch for couple light bulbs? So we're going to take it apart. First off, we got to get rid of these switch buttons. This one you just kind of pry on both sides of it and it should pop right off. Take it off, set it aside. All of these you got to kind of pry them from the middle and they pop right off. Carefully put them over there, then pop the next one off. And just keep going down the line here. Just carefully pry on it, don't pry too hard. They come off relatively easy. Just keep popping them off. And then last but not least, the lock one. Pop it right off. And then we got to take the switch apart after we get those buttons off. So you got one tab here, another tab here. Looks like two tabs on this side and two tabs here and nothing on this end. So we need to slowly start prying this thing apart. Stick your screwdriver in and try to work your way around it, prying it open slowly, carefully. Oops. You can take the top cover off, and this is what we got now. There's a light bulb down in there and one down in there, and that looks like it's all there is. This plastic piece here radiates the light to the buttons on both of these, as you can see, but we're gonna have to get these out of the way. So we'll stick a screwdriver down in here, work on one side, on the other side, pop it up, and pull it out. Looks like you can leave that there. Do the same on this end. Get your screwdriver down in there, pop it up on that side, pop it up on that side. You should, well, gotta kind of keep working it till it comes up. Now it looks like this one's all one piece, and as you can see, it's all one piece here. Now we got these two bulbs that we can't get to. The board will not come out. Alright, so this is like the 4x4 switch. The board is being held in by the pins. They're all soldered through here. All these pins would have to be desoldered in order to change the light bulbs, which most people aren't going to be able to do because you can't get in there very well because it's so close to the switch. Yeah, I don't know how you do it. That's why they say it's pretty much disposable and you have to buy a new one. We're going to see if we can find a workaround. See, they got the little blue covers on them, so we'll just kind of, I don't really care if I mess it up or not at this point. So we can get the blue covers up and off. So there we go. We got, looks like about a 4mm bulb that's soldered into the board here. We'll pop this cover up. If you can, save the covers. If you can't, don't worry about it. I can tell, whoops, there went that bulb. I just kind of blew that thing right off the board. If you got a pair of cutters, see if you can get them in there. Just cut all that crap out of there. This is what we're going to try to do. Get rid of that bulb. Get rid of any wires that are protruding through the board. It might be easier said than done. It's hard to get in there with this. stick up a little bit here. And try to cut them flush with the board. Cut that one flush with the board. Not so easy. And this one down here, a little easier to get to. You might as well just make sure you wear some safety glasses or something so you don't get glass in your eye. Just cut this bad boy out of there any way you can. We'll break it all up. Cut all the leads out of here. Cut all the leads out of there. Try to make it as flush as you can to the board. Get all that out of there. Now you can see where both bulbs go, or went. There's two spots here and two spots here. I got rid of all the bulb and glass and wiring out of there. Now what we're going to do, I think we can try to solder in some new ones. We're going to give that a try and see what happens. Okay, now what we're going to do is take some solder, get down in here and try to make a little solder pad where both of those bulbs used to be. We need some solder. Make sure it doesn't bleed over. Carefully get some solder in there. Solder in there. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I took a 4mm bulb, put the old cap back on it. I already cut the one down. What I'm going to do is take a pair of tweezers here, and I'm going to line it up with the solder here and melt the solder to the bulb. I think that might have worked, and kind of bend it back up into place. Do the same thing to the other one. And take the bulb, cut these extra long leads pretty short, like so. And then take my pair of tweezers here. Make sure you got these gapped pretty good here. And we're going to take it, put it there, and oops, hit it with a little solder. Well, this might take a couple of little tries here. Let's see, where's my solder? Let me put a little more solder on this. And grab my bulb again. Up, put it, get these legs a little further apart. There we go. And pop it right in here. Well, gotta be patient sometimes. I need a little more. Clean off my soldering iron. Maybe I just got too much junk on it. Get a little more solder on the board here. More solder on the board here. And dab it with a little bit of solder and bend it back up into place like so. Now Find my plug here that I made. Plug it in. And we're going to turn it on. And voila, we have light again. Now all we're going to do is put it back together and see if it works. Okay, now we're going to put her back together. We're going to take the, I'm not sure what you call these things, but it projects the light from the bulb to the switches. This one goes here. Ease it back into place. Let's see if we can figure out how to get it back down in there. Carefully finagle it back into place. And then it actually clips into the board at the bottom there. There we go. Make sure the bulb is pretty well centered. You can take a little screwdriver and kind of center it, like so. And we take this piece and we do the same thing, put it back into where it belongs, get it centered, pop it into place. See if the bulb is centered best we can. There we go. And we just snap this piece back on. Very careful. Then just push it together. And it'll clip into place. Then you just put your buttons back on. Let's see, we'll start with, I'll get them on back here. Window lock. It's here. Just kind of push it into place and there you go. Just very carefully push them into place and they'll snap back on. Apparently I didn't get that one on right. Whoop. Alright. Let's get them all here. Here's the door locks. Pop it on. Take this one. Carefully line it up. There we go. Just be very careful of lining them up. Pop them back on. I see what I did wrong. That one comes off of here and the auto goes on there. There we go. And the rest of these just fall on here like so. Yep. Now we're gonna plug the switch into the power source and turn on the power. Turn off the lights here so you can see what we got. And there you go. It's now all lit up again. Yep, not bad. Now you have lights since you didn't have any lights. Thanks for watching.